Motion media and information. Motion media and information can be produced formally and informally. Informally produced motion media are created by individuals, often for personal use. Motion media formats, types, and sources. Basics methods of determining the credibility of motion media. Validity of information. It is peer-reviewed and verifiable. Source, primary and secondary sources. Does the video capture the actual event, or does it simply present information learned about an event? Relationship of an author of the event. Does he have first-hand knowledge? Critically known methods of detecting tempered or fake videos. Smoothness of video. This often detected when movement are not smooth, when action seems to jump from one position to another, as if some actions were missing. Lighting coverage matches. One way to detect lighting matches is to look at the shadows. The source of light determines the size and directions of the shadow. Scale and size consistency. Scales refers to how the size of the objects is referenced to one another, are near the real thing. If the pictures is reduced or enlarged by certain percent, then all of the objects should be resized by the percent. There are advantages of motion and media information. It captures motion in a manner that can be viewed repeatedly. It can show process in detail and in sequence. Simulations allows for safe observation. It can cut across different cultures and groups. It allows scenes, history, events, and phenomenon to be recreated. It enables learning with emotion. Limitation of motion and media and information. Compared to other forms and visual media, the viewer cannot always interrupt the presentation. It is oftentimes most costly than forms of visual media. Other data may be represented best using still images. Examples are graphs, diagrams, maps. It is a subject to misinterpretation. Design principles of motion media and information revolve around the following essential elements. Speed. Speed can be consistent or variable. The tone of the movement can be highlighted by the speed coupled with music. A fast movement gives vigor and vitality, intensifying emotions. A slow movement cannot lethargy, solemnity, or sadness. Direction can be indicate a movement from one direction to another. It can also refers to the glowing or sinking of an object. As object move, the background must remain in scale with the object. Motion. Path refers to the route of the object will take. It shows the changes in direction of a movement. Timing. Timing can be objective or subjective. Objective timing can be measured in minutes, seconds, days, etc. And subjective timing is a physiological or field. Objective timing is used to produce subjectivity timing. Timing can be used to clarify or intensify the message or the event. Using pause can help time. The following are design principles in creating movement: speed, direction, and timing. Timing no affects recalls fast movement, sends such information. Slow movement provides emphasis and lasting recall. Transitions are used to switch between scenes, having a clear start and finish in your motion paths or scenes, using neutral colors at the start or at the end of the scene. Sound and color adds depth and meaning to movement. Cartooning. Your graphic and text provides dynamic movement. This can be done by using following movement: sketching, rotating, squashing. Blurry can be used different ways in animation. Blurring can provide an illusions or fast movement in videos. It is often used to censor information for security or decency. Always review the purpose of the movement. Movement is not added for the sake of it.
Manipulative interactive media. First, interactive media and interactivity. A. Interactive media, a method of communication in which the program's outputs depends on the user's inputs, and the user's inputs, in turn, affect the program's outputs. Interactive media engage the user and interact with him or her in a way that non-interactive media do not. Websites and video games are two common types of interactive media. Interactive media shift the user's role from observer to participant and are considered the next generation of electronic information system. A personal computer system with conventional magnetic disk memory storage technically qualifies as a type of interactive media. B. Interactivity, the communication process that takes place between humans and computer software. The most constant form of interactivity is typically found in games, which need a continuous form of interactivity with the gamer. Databases, applications, and other financial, engineering, and trading applications are also typically very interactive. Moreover, interactivity also affects the type of services, and content, especially on the internet. Interactivity allows for active involvement of individuals on the content level of the communication process. C. One area where interactivity is most useful is in online training. Interactivities in this area allow learners to interact with the course in terms of action and/or thinking. Second, using interactivity media by identifying the software of media used and how they interact. For example, social media, Facebook, send friend request, respond to friend request, like a post, follow a site, comment on the friend's post, upload a file, chat with friends, or send private message. Example, online booking, search for flights, book a flight and pay through credit card, web check-in.
Three different platforms of interactive media. A. Mobile apps, a software application developed specifically for use in small, wireless computing devices such as smartphones and tablets, rather than desktop or laptop computers. B. 3D TV, a television displays technology that enables a three-dimensional effect so that viewers perceive that an image has depth as well as height and weight, similar to objects in the real world. C. Video games or multiplayer, a game played by electronically manipulating image produced by a computer program on a television screen or other display screen. Multiplayer games allow two or more players to play with one another or play together. D. Role. Playing games or RPG, a game in which players assume the roles of these roles within a narrative, either through literal acting or through a process of structured decision making or character development. A. Massively multiplayer online role. Playing games or MMORPG. Any story-driven online video games in which a player taking on the persona of character in virtual or fantasy world interacts with a large number of players. F. Interactive sites, polls, surveys, exam, or exercises. G. Virtual reality and immersive environments, the computer-generated simulation of a three-dimensional image or environment that can be interacted with as seemingly real or physical interacted with a social way by a person using special electronic equipment. H. Social media, websites or online services where users, actual people, are the creators and consumers of the content, and where social interactions, commenting, liking, posting, taking, are the main features of content. 4. Different ways of interacting with the internet. A. Online shopping. Compare features of similar items. Add to cart. Choose payment type. B. Online gaming. Choose a game. Play with computer. Play with others. Choose a level in game customization, etc. C. Online classes. Interact with interact with classmates. D. Chat. Group chat, search groups, search friends, translate language. A. News and information. Exchange information action. Give reaction. News on demand. Monitors views. F. Videos. Choose your own adventure. Create multimedia content. Experience game elements.
Number 5. Types of interactivity and their purposes. A. Click on image. This when you click an image that shows in your tab. B. Hotspot, a special region to act as a trigger to another web page. The hotspot could be a circle, triangle, rectangle, or polygon. C. Rollover, an image or portion of an image that changes in appearance when the mouse cursor moves over it. D. Tabs. Clicking on them displays irrelevant content with an appropriate graphic. E. Timeline. A menu slide that branches to different events. F. Numbers or processes. The number of clicks and the time spent in an interactive function provide data points. G. Slideshow. Non-linear interactive slideshow where the pathway through the show is determined by the user's interaction with it. H. Frequently asked questions or FAQs. I. Flip cards. A card that when clicked flips to display a description and other information. Number 6. Emerging interactive media. A. Interactive television, also known as ITV, a form of media convergence, adding data service to traditional television technology. B. Allows viewers to participate in game shows. Viewers compete with an on-screen contestant. C. Select alternative ending to their favorite program. D. Encourage children to interact with educational programs. Multimedia information and media. Over the years, it has been established that information can be expressed through text, speech, sound, graphics, or images, animation, and video. A combination of these media sources is considered multimedia. Dave Marshall defines multimedia as the field concerned with the computer-controlled integration of text, graphics, drawings, still and moving images, animation, audio, and any other media where every types of information can be represented, stored, transmitted, and perceived digitally. While traditional or analog media still coexist with computer-controlled media. Savage and Vogel, 2009, assert that the contemporary definition of multimedia is mostly in the digital forms. Moreover, both trending and emerging forms of multimedia are described as ubiquitous, interactive, massive, and immersive.